Oh, and we are live. Welcome, everyone. Again, it's a Wednesday. You know how we do it on Wednesday. We bring the best of the best on the platform. And today on Sandman Sports, we've got none other than Boitumelo. I always call her little sister, and she hates it, but it's B Valtina. That's what she's known as in the streets, but it's Boitumelo Valtina Matjila. And this is an upcoming MC. But actually, I say MC, but I don't think I'm right because I don't want to say jack of all trades, but that's literally what you are. I've seen you do everything. Bitumelo, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you, Cody. Oh my goodness, you just want to unpack everything. It was just an introduction. Easy, will come. Anyway, I'm good. How are you?
I'm lovely. No, but it's true. I've seen you work. I've seen you at work, busy with your craft multiple times, doing a lot of things. And if someone was to ask me, what does Bitumelo do? I genuinely wouldn't be able to answer them because I know you do everything from event management, sports management, MCing, which is the craft that I've seen you work on most of the time. You do everything. So for someone who doesn't know right now and has just joined us, who is B Valtina?
So, B Valtina. Well, I like saying my name in full. Boitumelo
Mhm.
Valtina Matjila, also known as B Valtina. I grew up actually in the arts industry. I used to be a theater performer. I used to dance, to do poetry, up until I got to study sports. I was a very active learner in primary and both high school, and in leadership as well. In primary, I was the head girl. In high school, I was the vice president. So I've always been active. But when I came to varsity, I fell in love with sports. And
Mm.
with radio, I'm a Tshwane FM radio anchor, former Tshwane FM radio anchor. But I didn't know that my voice is actually it's giving. I didn't know that actually I'm called to hold the mic and use my voice to just entertain people. Because I knew from dancing, I will entertain people. From acting, I would entertain people. Poetry,
Yeah,
I'll entertain people. But to just say, oh, and the crowd goes, "Woo!"
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
No,
that in a
that.
nutshell, that's me. I used to be an aerobics instructor.
Wow. Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay, carry on, girl. I told you I don't know. I
Yeah.
told you there's so many things. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I see. I see it. And now with everything that you've done, there's so much. You just chose the hard way. I think we celebrate. It's Women's Month. We're celebrating all our ladies, and I've had conversations with you off the platform about how difficult it is to be a woman in this industry that you're in. But you could have chosen to be a presenter and anything, but you chose sports specifically. Why? Wahlanya? Why would you choose to be a sports anchor, sports MC, knowing how difficult the industry may be, being that it's male dominated?
true, it is male dominated. I guess I've always been the first in my life. So I'm the only child. In primary, I was the first female head girl. In high school, I was the first vice president. And in emceeing for varsity, for TUT, I was the first ever varsity female to actually be an MC. So it was a matter of seeing how it's possible to break boundaries in all these
Mm,
aspects or in every area of life. That's when I
hmm.
chose sports. And for Women's Day, my motto is "She's King." You
Oh
know,
wow,
I was
love it.
yeah, she's king. So I was even wearing so for Women's Day I was wearing just a male blazer and a male shirt with my trouser, and I was asked what inspired that look because a lot of women will wear dukes and head wraps, and I said
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
king. Put me in every pot I'll cook.
Absolutely amazing. So what you're basically saying is you love to challenge the system. And so far it's been amazing from where I'm sitting. It's you've challenged it and you've proven over and over again, that you can do it. And you spoke about being the first ever female MC at TUT. Now take me through that journey. Knowing how the TUT crowd can be, how have you enjoyed that journey, that part of your journey, being the TUT MC? I'm sure it was daunting, it was scary, but you've handled it so well. Just take us through that part of your journey.
You mean the MC part of it?
The MC, the TUT MC part, because it's very important that we say TUT, because I think
Yes.
I don't know if people understand or they've seen the crowd that comes out when the Tshwane University of Technology football team is playing, and to have
Yeah.
a female MC be in control of such a crowd is absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant. So I
Yeah.
want you to just take me through that part of your journey where you first spoke to whoever's in charge to say, Boitumelo, you will be our next MC for varsity football.
Yeah.
I just wanna hear how it happened.
So, how it happened is, so I'm the former Miss TET, right? And I used to do MC for the TT events, whether it's a pageant or what. And then they approached me and they said, "Can you please come MC for the varsity football alongside the late Peter Mashata?" And I was like,
Mm,
okay. But I trusted the process because I knew I had the best on my side. And he gave me the platform to say, listen, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to show you what to do. Just run with it. And you will see where you went wrong and where you went right. So just go with the flow, and you will also learn the crowd. Like you said, with a T2 crowd, it's a very challenging crowd because,
mm,
yeah, they love football. They just close to football like that. And with the
yeah,
first time female MC, they've never had, and they connected more with a male MC for so many years. So it
yeah,
was kind of, I was scared on how, I'll be received as a female MC.
yeah.
But I think I handled it well, man. I think I'm still learning, but I definitely feel, if I'm still holding it up until now, I'm killing it.
You know that, no, you're right. I've seen you do your work. You're absolutely good at what you do. I just wanna I'm gonna take you back a little bit. And just before we go into what else you've done, you spoke about Peter Mashata. From my understanding, I know he was, you could say, your mentor, and you know we've recently lost him. Now, well, we've just lost Bitumelo for now. Bitumelo, are you back? Can you hear me?
I'm back. Sorry, I'm back.
You
Oh,
back. Okay.
ankle
So
itch.
I was saying before we move forward in terms of what else you've done, I'm gonna take you back a little bit. I
Yeah.
just wanna jump in a little bit deeper into the situation, and I want to speak about Peter Mashata, who I believe was your mentor in
Yeah.
this journey, and having recently lost them, um, how has that setback been? Just before we move forward, how have you handled that? And I mean, you've just recently had a tournament now for the first time without him. How have you handled that?
Honestly speaking, I feel like although he probably gave me a foundation, I felt I was robbed some way somehow because I wanted him to see me in a platform where he didn't actually hold me by hand, just to see me do my
Mm,
thing. Come and said, "Okay, I think now you get it," you know,
mm.
because when I used to MC with him, he used to shadow me. He used to be, that wing who would just
Yeah,
shadow.
protect you. Yeah, yeah.
I think we both missed out on him actually witnessing me doing my thing without him being there or being by my side. So with terms of how have I been handling everything, when I'm there I remember him,
Oh
and
wow,
it makes me wanna go hard. It
amazing.
makes me only prove a point, but knowing that I have an angel, who's just there
Yeah,
rooting for me.
absolutely. So, so again, you said proving a point. proving a point to? I want to hear this. Who are you proving a point to, Wanesh?
To myself. It starts
So,
with me. Listen, I'm coming. To myself, I'm proving a point to myself to know the possibilities of life and knowing that if you honestly put your mind on something, nothing is impossible. And I think I'm also putting a point, or proving a point rather, to everybody who's just skeptical or still within, think inside the box and not outside the box, thinking that this is a male dominated industry, therefore women are going to fail.
wow, brilliant, strong,
Yeah.
challenging, jumping boundaries. And that's what it's all about. And that's why we are celebrating women this month in Bogoto Zetu. Just to move along, again, I know we touched a little bit on the emceeing, part, but we were just talking about TUT specifically. I know there's a lot more activations that you do for communities in giving back. Now, I just want us to jump a little bit deeper into that in terms of what's Boitumelo doing right now to give back to the young ladies in the townships that actually want to see themselves where you are. How are you helping at the present moment? And of course, you were once Miss TUT, so this is part of the job now, hey?
Course,
So I just
of
want to,
course.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
want to jump into that. What's Boitumelo doing right now to give back
Okay.
to the young ladies in Mamelodi?
Specifically. So currently I'm a team manager for Mamelodi 11 Stars, owned by Kabuzita, which is the top goal scorer of Banyana Banyana.
Okay.
Um, long time history player. During her time, I think she was the only female who was playing for Sundowns back in those years. So I'm
Mm.
currently the manager. It's the team is Mamelodi 11 Stars FC. I'm doing a paired drive. So going into pageantry, you have no choice but to do community work, of which is what I love. It's very close to my heart. And I think that's one thing that made me actually enter for Ms. TUT, knowing that, okay, I'm going to find donations, I'm going to look for sponsors.
Uh,
I mean, and when you are like, okay, I'll go to Tony FM, I'll talk to them because I mean, I've been their radio anchor before and I'm asked the radio to actually donate. And I did a challenge.
mm.
I used to work with a foundation that dealt with for metric dance. So we'll just collect old dresses from people that don't use the old dresses, and we'll help assist the ladies who are going to metric dance and just provide the dresses, whatever fits you. You take the dress, and hey, you go to your MD.
Oh, wow,
So kind
beautiful. So, so so now you touched a little bit on the sports management side as well. What's
mm.
going on there? When I Bona, model, MC, sports manager, what's the story there? Let's touch on that. Is that what you studied? Is that what you
Yeah.
aspired to be?
So
And then now,
initially, no, I think I'm so challenged by God and also channeled by.
amazing, bless her. Mm.
I was a commercial student in high school and I wanted to further my studies in economics for some reason. And when I got accepted, I was accepted for sports management. I never even applied for it. And I said, you know what?
Aibo.
I don't know what happened. I was like, just because not a nangwaga one, and then it's not some in the system, I'll change. Then next day
Yeah,
do what I wanted to do.
yeah.
I fell in love from the first semester.
Mm-hmm.
Because my lecturer back then it was Thabo Mangena, who actually drove the MC baby, or rather rebirthed the MC baby in me to actually go to
Just
the
for
mic.
just for people who don't know, sorry, Tabo Mangena is the varsity shield for
MC.
TUT. Am I correct? I think we're losing Boitumelo again there, but as soon as she gets back, we'll jump back onto it. B, are you back? Okay, we just lost her. Um, I think she's struggling a little bit with her network, but Boitumelo, are you
Hey,
here?
I'm
You
here.
must you must move around. You see, there's no network there in Pretoria, hey? You see
Yeah,
now.
I know.
Are you back? Are
No,
you back?
I'm
Okay, so as we were saying, for people who don't know, Thabo Mangena is actually the Varsity Shield MC. So that's the rugby part
yes,
of Varsity Sports. Got a
yes,
brilliant voice. So when you say, sorry, I know we were speaking about your career, or rather your studies in terms of sports
yeah.
management, but I want to hear now. This is very interesting what you touched on. How does Thabo now push you, or what what link is
How
there
does
with
it come?
him, yeah, into this whole MCing thing?
So, Tabo was my lecture, my sports management module lecture. And I don't know, but I've never emceed in class. But for some reason, he-
Maybe you had a loud
maybe
mouth.
maybe
Maybe you were
when
just talking. Yeah, group
I used
leader.
to answer, that
Also, you
was me.
smart.
And with brains, beauty with brains.
Yes, sorry.
So so what happened was I only told him about instructing, an aerobics instructor and a trainer, because he was also doing that. He was training, I think, the rugby team or the football team. But then he had to leave and go to Australia. That's when I took over. I used to train the first team, TUT football. I used to train them
Mhm.
as well, being an aerobics trainer or instructor rather. So while he emceed for the Varsity Shield, he said to me, "But wouldn't you like to MC one day?" And I
Mm.
said, I don't know if I can handle that crowd. You handle it so well. And I mean, I'm a woman. So that's why I always say I'm proving a point to myself, because there was a
Oh
point
yeah.
where I didn't think it was possible for me to even execute such. So that's how Tao Mangena comes in now in the picture. But I've never
Okay.
gotten a chance, a stage or a platform with him. But he's proud of me.
At- Well, at least one person is there, and we're happy, you know. Now back to
So that's, yeah, back to me. I think I'm not sure. Okay, I'm still here, Cody. I hope it's not my network. And then he will come back and say Pitora khona mabona.
I'm still
Okay.
here. Sorry, apologies. I'm still here.
You. And then you will come and say 012. Only 012. What Pitori has. So, okay, back to the top topic. So, me in sports management. So you can understand, in my first year, first
I'm
semester, are you there? Cody, can you hear me? Okay, we'll wait for you, Cody.
Sorry, B. I'm struggling to hear you. I'm not.
or
Can you hear me now?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't. I'm struggling to hear you. I'm so sorry.
You can't.
Experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties, which is not, but it's all part of it. Oh
Such as
no.
life.
Oh
Can
no.
you hear me?
What is
Going on. It's okay.
It's okay. As long as you can hear me, I might have to lip read what you are saying.
You can't hear me still.
I can't hear you still. Let me do this.
Hi guys, Cody can't hear me, so we'll just wait for him up until he can hear me. My name is Boitumelo, by the way, and thank you to everyone who's tuning in. You muted. I can't hear you. You're on mute.
Whilst we wait for our lovely Cody, because I feel like he's under
Yes.
pressure with technical difficulties. You're still explaining your lovely story, ma'am.
Yes. So moving into sports management now, as of course me studying for sportsman. So you can imagine, I'm a first year. in my first semester, I'm killing the course. I'm killing the industry as well. I'm an aerobics instructor. I'm part of the first football team, the guys specifically, not even the girls. I'm also doing now the emceeing things, you know. Then I said, you know what? Next year I'm not going to commercial subject. This is where I'm staying.
Mm.
And that's how the management in me grew. But now I had to learn the theoretical part of it, not the fun side of it. And I said, let's try become a paperwork girl. And listen, give me PowerPoint, give me Word, I'll
Mm.
kill it for you. Yeah.
Ouch, ouch. Talk about being multi-talented, and listening to the conversation you and Cody are having so far. It's such a beautiful journey and so many layers. You're just like an onion. Every 5 minutes you're peeling another layer here, man. Like you're giving us stories because you want to, like and
Yeah.
it's nice stories to listen to. And when it comes to sports management, a lot of people think sports management, no, you're gonna become a coach, you're gonna end up coaching somebody, and it's nice to see what you've done with it in your journey so far. And it's such a beautiful journey to watch so far. And like Cody mentioned earlier on, the whole story of you becoming an MC, you modeling, and you play with the men's like you balance me, girl. Like that's a lot of things, eh? That's a lot of things to do
It,
for an individual.
it is. And no one will ask me, have you ever even participated in sports? I think that's one thing I was actually waiting forward to. Have you ever at least been an athlete in your hand?
Just to say you're trying these things. Yeah,
So
no, look, it's
sorry.
mm-hmm. Whilst our lovely
No,
host decides to come back,
no, I was
I'll let
watching.
you guys
I want. I actually want.
continue the
Yeah.
fire. The fire.
Thank you so much, Sandman. Technical difficulties done. Have you actually played sports before? Very good question.
I was waiting for that question when since you're a cricket player.
No, this is not about me. It's about you. Have you actually
It,
played?
so shocker. Okay, in high school and primary, yeah, you're forced in primary, right? During the first season, the
Ah,
athletics.
whoa. Say you were forced. Me, I wasn't forced. Me, I loved it.
Okay,
Let's talk
I
about.
was I was active. Like, I did body shot pool. I did javelin. I
Okay.
did, but it
Mhm.
wasn't something that was rooted in me. And then
Okay.
I got to varsity. Guys, guess what I did? I
What?
did gymnastics.
Oh. Okay. Simone Biles. Okay.
I
Okay.
did, but the aerobics vision side of it.
Okay.
With the state, and I did the aerobics vision side of it. We even qualified with Protea colors, went and Netherlands, Amsterdam, participated there. So yeah, guys, sports
So,
has been
so this is so amazing. I think this is a part of you I never knew, I know Hormo, you got it. Why you pulela ngwana Modimo? You just chat. I know with paper in terms of organizing, amazing. But now I didn't know that you actually took part in one of, one event. I don't know if
yeah.
you did watch the Olympics. I'm not sure with such a busy schedule that you had. Did you and maybe watch Simone Biles' performance in this year's Olympics?
I did, but I was not doing those gymnastics. So they
But I'm
have it's an
but I
umbrella.
mean, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry,
Carry
you were
on.
saying.
No, I was saying, what did you think of that performance, especially the fact that um, reading earlier, I know that she didn't go to the previous Olympics because she said her mind and her body were not aligned. So she pulled out. And to come back this year and win three gold medals and one silver, what did you think of that performance? I just want to hear. This is something that you possibly might know a little bit about in terms of sports. Yes, I know you know a lot about sports, but this one specifically.
With this one specifically, I think preparation, but also make sure you're mentally ready.
Yeah.
It reminded me of looking back of her not participating in the previous Olympics.
Hmm.
In my team, I was the chubby one, and
Okay.
we had this beautiful small boned ladies, and I was a little bit of a big boned girl. Same as when I
Okay.
went to the pageant for Miss. I was a big boned, compared to the other contestant. And if you are not ready, it takes everything from you. If your emotions and your mental health don't align, you can't put so much pressure on yourself. You must come back ready. I mean, she did an outstanding job.
No, she did. Absolutely.
And she killed it because
Yeah.
she was ready. And it's one thing that we need to understand. Never go for something just because you feel that you're running out of time, or just because you think the opportunity might not represent itself again if you're not ready, because then we're going to remember you. If you sell yourself short, we're going to remember you for that, unfortunately.
Yeah. So now you speak about being mentally ready for whatever's in front of you, and from what I'm picking up from the conversation is you always willing to challenge whatever boundary's been put there, which is an amazing, you know, trait to have in your life. But now, in terms of preparations, I just want you, and I know we're speaking about your schoolwork, but I just want you to take me through your preparations for a show. And by preparations, I mean probably 12 hours before the show. What is B Valtina doing?
To prepare for a show.
Yes, it could be a sports event, it could be a normal event. What is B doing to get ready to give us a show?
My goodness, first thing I pray.
Okay.
First thing I pray. And I think I normally go back to the previous show to
Okay.
know, criticize myself. I believe in criticism, not too harsh though. I tend to be a softie sometimes, but but I tend to criticize myself and allow others like you. I know you'll criticize me.
Ai,
On
bo.
time you must win.
Ai,
So
bo.
I criticize. So going back to the previous show, where did I go wrong? Criticize myself, learn the crowd. So in
Yeah.
radio, remember we used to have where every show is being recorded, and you go
Yes.
back, you listen to your whole show
Yes.
so that you get all the gibberish that you were talking,
Mm. Mm.
and then
Mm.
so then criticize yourself from there and pick up all the things that you feel you could improve on. But also
Yes.
I believe in, so before the show, depending who's in charge of the project, if there's a project manager of the show, I normally would like to go and understand their vision and their mission, their goal of what they actually want to achieve from this. Yes, I'm there
Beautiful.
behind the mic,
Beautiful.
but what is
Hmm.
one thing that you, as it's either as a brand or as an entity, what do you stand for? And me being there representing you, what is it that you want to actually get from this? So if I can get that context on what is it that the brand is trying to achieve, then it's easier for me to do my job. That I don't
Mm.
get there and
Mm.
just, not about
Yeah.
me, it's about. So in preparation for that, I would like to talk to the project manager or operations manager, events manager, and understand their mission, their vision, and also their objectives.
Oh, wow. Okay. Sekgowa. Mission, vision, objective. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now, I'm gonna again, and I know, I believe you can handle this. Have you ever in the industry been compared? Have you ever been compared to a male MC? And how did you take that? Um, I remember you did work at Wits for Varsity Netball last year. how is it? Because now there's two MCs.
Yeah.
How is it being compared to a male MC who's maybe been in the industry for long? You know, how do you then handle that?
So a very, very valid question. So when I'm gonna come to the vets part, I'm not deviating from that. So when I've
Mm,
emceed with guys,
mm.
after the first, I was told you're screaming. Your voice is too soft. We can't
Ooh,
literally try to listen to Mashada. He's doing more of a better job. You are just screaming, and all we hear
ooh.
is, oh, the criticism was hard. And you know, I had to take
Mm.
it in. And you know how I console myself? I'm like, okay, but maybe I'm being compared to the greatest. So maybe it's a good thing. Let me
It's a
just
good
say,
thing.
okay.
It's a great thing. Yes.
To just anybody but the greatest. So last year when I was at Wits and trying to share or rather co-MC with the Wits MC,
Mm.
oh, he has an amazing voice. Let's start there.
Yes,
Like
I
he's
agree.
on the mic and you'll just feel it in your tummy. And then it
Mm.
reminded me of me screaming. And it reminded, oh, Konje Mina, I'm screaming. I'm a speech. But I can't change myself. I can't change my chords. I can't change my voice. The only person I can be is myself. But however, try
Yes,
to grow myself of how do you articulate your voice? How do you control your voice as well?
beautiful.
And that is challenging. However, guys, I'm so lucky to find the most supporting males ever in the industry. He was
Yeah,
so supportive. He was not even overpowering me with such a powerful voice that he had, but I was not overpowered. Like we moved together
yes,
with my
yes,
so
yes,
it
yes.
wasn't because I always find the most accommodative males ever.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Which means, you know,
And we
we're moving
both
forward.
and netball, varsity netball
You
as well.
beautiful. I think from what I've seen, it was beautiful. I think you guys were brilliant together, you know, and I think I'd like to believe that we're moving forward with you know MCing and to see a lot of females getting into the industry. It's wonderful to see. But now I know it's not only MCing that you do, you know, you've also touched a little bit into broadcasting. You know,
Yeah,
you are talking to the relevant people. I've seen a couple of your snaps on your Instagram where
yeah,
you've had engagements with the relevant people who are in the industry. How has
yeah.
that been? Now we're just shifting from, you know, we're peeling another one now. I know Sandile spoke about layers and layers. Now we're just going to move away from this MC layer a little bit and just get a little bit into broadcasting. Now, what's the
Mm.
plan with that? Because from my understanding, you're fairly new in it, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
It's exciting. How excited
very
are
new.
you about that part of the journey, and what have you done so far?
So I'm fairly new. That's a very valid point. Because it's different. I used to be a radio anchor at Tony
Yes.
FM. I used to also cover the sports, anchoring of it.
Mm-hmm.
But now doing casting, doing where you talk about what's happening in the event, where you talk about the sports as a whole, where you interview people in the sport industry. It's challenging me to know my story. I can't just come there. So it's just challenged me to know my story, do my research. And sports has really, really interesting terms. Also
Yeah.
learning the terms as well. How to pronounce what's the term of this, different types of sporting codes. So
Yeah.
I'm learning. I'm still a baby crawling in the broadcasting side of it. But I'm interested and I'm loving it.
So are we gonna see you somewhere soon? Are you cooking up something, or you don't want to jinx it?
Uh, I don't want to jinx it yet. But I don't count your
Okay,
chickens before they, but
okay,
something.
all right, all right. So
Yeah.
before we move, we've got a question from Odo Ambata, and it is saying, B, as an MC, has there ever been a gig you were a part of where you personally, or even in a professional capacity, where um the event organizer, or where you and the event organizer did not align in terms of the vision, the brand identity?
Sure.
Very
Honestly
interesting.
speaking, very interesting question because sometimes
Thank you for the question. Yes.
yeah, it's very interesting because people do it for the bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
So far, I'm happy to say no, and I'm so glad that
Ah,
what I
B.
do, I've never so
Re-
far.
really?
No, 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 no. I've never, and I'm sorry, but if it doesn't align with what I stand for, I don't think I'll even go for it.
Oh, wow. So what is this?
I
Is this
I
values? Is this values that you hold as an MC, that if
yes,
one, two, three is not done properly, then I am not going to be a part of this?
sorry. I'm not and I'm not talking in terms of them being professional. I mean, some technical, like right now, the network was not working. So if the mic is
Yes.
probably the not proper, we work through such. But in terms
Okay.
of achieving what is not aligned with what I do and what I believe, because every time when after working, guys, because to show that I love what I do, I go home with a happy smile. I sleep with my heart happy. So if it does not give me that feeling, sorry, no, I'm not gonna
You
do it.
you. Oh, wow.
But
Very very
but what's his name?
from where? From which entity? From what? From?
Who was from?
No, but the what? The question.
Yeah, who was it from? I just want to call
It
the
was
name.
it was Odwa.
So Odwa, I actually have found myself in a situation where, as a woman in sports, now I'm talking about in the management side of it, the administration side of it, as a male dominated industry, I turn out a lot of offers because of certain things. So in that part, I have came
Ooh.
across with things were not, guys. I believe I could have been far by now had I taken some of the things, some of the deals, you know. But if something does not really align with my belief, I'm not in a rush. What God has for me is for me, and I don't have a fear that anybody will take it away from me. But yeah, so in terms of work, in terms of career, in the corporate world and in sports management and sport administration, I have came across such.
Very interesting that you're saying that, and I want to touch on it. I know it's a very sensitive topic in terms of, women in sports. Do you sometimes just sit, and this is for all our viewers, especially all, our female viewers that are watching right now, and they just thinking maybe this is the way to get a head start. Do you
Yeah.
sometimes sit and think that had I taken this offer, I could be 10 steps ahead? Does that thought ever come? And when it does come, what does B do?
Honestly speaking, it does come because I flourish in my first year. I mean,
Mm,
first year, I found people they studying during their third year, and I flourished in my first year. I was already part of the sport department,
mm,
and
mm.
had I taken certain offers with certain
So,
exchanges, I
yes.
could have definitely been far, without a doubt. But it's not a race. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. And
Yes.
wholeheartedly with that. I want to achieve my goals, my dreams, knowing that it took genuine dedication.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing, B. And now, again, I just just one more question with regards to this. What do you say to an upcoming MC, an upcoming sports manager, being that both these industries that you're in are very male dominated? What do you say now to the next Boitumelo who's coming up and he's been offered these offers? They've been put on the table and they're saying, listen, Boitumelo, this is the chat in exchange. What do you say to her so that she does not fall for the trap?
So the question is so important. But before I answer that question, can I just say something?
Yes,
We
yes.
having being right now it's being phased out. Not every institution is offering sports, and we see how much is being phased out. But yet, it's one thing that brings every color together, every nation, that gives us a common language. It's one
Mm,
thing it's one thing that makes us happy. I mean, you're able to hug a stranger just because we won rugby. And that goes to show that it's a very important element to bring us together. And unfortunately, we find it being phased out, and we get students who study sports, but where are they?
mm, mm.
They're not even.
True.
And because of such things, because of giving up, because of not knocking on those doors, and also thinking that there's only one way to get into this industry. But to everybody, or to the upcoming sports managers, or sports student, I want to say, never give up, but also put yourself out there. And at the same time, sports is nice because you get to create your own platform. Someone somewhere, I know that we always say that someone needs to actually open the door for you or hand you the keys. Someone out there will definitely find you. I got into it volunteering. That's how I got
Yeah.
actually into, and building my a network. And to the upcoming MCs, preparation, 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 so that when that opportunity comes, you kill it.
Okay.
You kill.
You
I,
you know,
sorry, so this is
yeah.
one thing that said to me. So when he was instructing or training the first football team, he said to me, "I'm only gonna give you 15 minutes. Kill it and get out."
Oh wow.
I got out. They called me back.
Wow. That's very beautiful. But you know
Yeah.
what? Again, you answered my question in a very diplomatic way, and I'm gonna attack you
Okay, come for
because
me.
because I said, and I think you covered the broader vision of it in terms of
Mm.
upcoming MCs. My issue is female MCs that are coming up, and they being given the offers for
Oh, okay.
exchange. What do you say to them, so that they don't fall for the trap? And we'll bring up the question that Beatrice put up just after this.
Oh, they're being offered exchanging situation.
Yes, because now it's very tempting, as you said. But what do you say as someone who's been in the
Oh,
industry and has done a lot by the book? Everything by the book. What do you say to that young Boitumelo that's coming up and wants everything to accelerate or wants success overnight?
uh, I always say easy come, easy go. you
Oh,
know,
Kosiam.
easy come, easy go. And if it's yours, it'll be yours. And you
Mm,
don't have to. That's my motto. Listen, my post mail will not be delivered in the wrong house. And unfortunately, it'll always be delivered at my address and my house. And do not have the pressure, because now, remember, we are also being pushed by society. You
yes.
stoop yourself, low because you feel at this age I need to have this, at this age I've studied, I have qualifications, but I haven't secured any permanent position. So I might as well, go for
Mm,
it and
mm.
let it. Like it's a queue, guys. Your time is coming. If God is able to do it for Cody Awa, then the queue is moving. How about Cody Watramutiling? I'm next. And I know it's tempting, honestly. It is tempting.
Yeah.
Coming from a background where you are your family's only hope.
Oh wow.
And
Oh wow.
their ticket out. And I know
Yes.
some you don't understand. You
Mm.
don't understand. It puts you under pressure because back home, if you don't make a plan, then the situation gets harder. I mean, they sacrifice for you to give you money so that you can go to varsity, and now you want me to be unemployed and say it will come when it comes, when I'm actually supposed to be taking care. I'm my family's hope.
Mm.
And I know it gets there. I know it's a very tricky and tempting situation. That's why it's important to know your values. Know your values, know yourself as an individual, and stand by your values. There
Beautiful.
is nothing nice as a woman in sports when you walk around with confidence and nobody can point you and say, I know her that much. No, no, no.
Wow. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. With that being said, a very beautiful question here from Beatrice who says, Boiti, what role do you play to ensure that there are more women involved in your field? This is the MC
Oh,
field because Kaloku, when you're involved with everything, she's talking about
my,
MC.
this is so much valid. And I think I'm a perpetrator of this. I'm going to say, I don't know if you heard me, but ever since we started this topic, I only talk about the males that have assisted me in my industry.
Mm,
I
mm-hmm.
haven't mentioned any women.
Yes.
I've only about the males. And it's crazy how as women I'm also a perpetrator because I don't think I'm actually mentoring any woman coming up as an.
Oh, Boitumelo.
But then Askera now I'm fixed. Askera I'm seeing. Askera, that's why we're here.
Mm. Thank you
Because
so
I
much
would
for the
like,
question, Beatrice. Thank
yes,
you.
yes. I'm acknowledging
Mm-hmm.
myself and what I'm doing. I want to say, I can say, listen, I was the first TT varsity MC as a female, and now they've recruited more females. I opened the lineage or the way. But
Yeah,
honestly, that's not because I have never grabbed a female's hand and say, come,
come.
you know. And honestly speaking, Beatrice, right now, I'm not doing anything about it. And I'm not
We'll
sure.
hold you
That's
to
not a good.
we'll hold you to it. I
But
believe that.
wait. Can I say something? If a female who wants to be an MC were to approach me and say, "Can you please mentor me?" I'll definitely do that. Maybe it's because I've never heard one yet.
Okay, so the thought is there, but the opportunity has never been presented, or no one has necessarily come to you and said, Miss B Valtina, please help. But if it
Yeah,
came, you would. So now,
definitely.
because we're speaking about that, and I think that's something that you would like to change in your journey. Um, but now, just before we go into that, I see there's another question. How have ladies like Zenande, that I saw you were with the other day, and Lindy
Yeah.
Wedrube helped you in your journey?
Sure. So they helped me without even me meeting them,
Oh wow!
right?
Elaborate.
And I said, I think maybe okay. These are two things. Help. There's you get help in terms of a person taking you under their wing, and
Yes.
the people that have taken me under their wing, it's males and ladies like Lindiwe Zanande. They've played a huge role by just inspiring me online on social media, guys. Yo,
Oh
social media is
wow,
just
yes.
So
It's a massive
me and
tool.
used to exchange like conversations, haven't even met each other physically. When we finally met on Women's
Mm.
Day, we met like we've known each other for so many years. And it was the craziest thing ever. And Lindu as well. And the compliments we gave each other. And I started doing my thing. I'm like, what? Girl, you are killing it. And now they started cheerleading up for me. And it was the most ridiculous thing ever to witness.
So the first time you guys met, you look like a gent because you said you wanted to look like a gent, Vel.
I did. Yeah, blazer, the shirt. I was
Yeah.
on. I was like, your
No,
style.
I love it. I love it. You looked absolutely stunning on the day. Go check it out on her Instagram. It is B Valtina. Am I correct? B Valtina on Instagram as well, right? So yes, go check it out. That outfit was the one to die for. But now going back on what we're talking about, and I see there's another comment that's coming in from Andile says, yes, bestie, I'm so proud of you to me. Thank you so much, Andile, and thank you so much for tuning in. I see the fans and the support is coming out. We're absolutely loving it. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. But B, just before we go again, we spoke about something that you would change in the journey, and you spoke about how I've sort of helped nurture the next line of MCs. Now, with that being said, out the line, is there anything else that you would change in your journey of where you are right now, or something you'd like to improve on going forward? Because the journey hasn't ended here. This is only the beginning. And we know that B Valtina, and I'm going to call you straight by your name now, ID number and everything, Boitumelo Valtina Matjila is going far. We know that for a fact. So now, is there anything that you would like to change going forward with this journey, but starting off with anything that you would change from the past?
Yeah. That's a very important. Your questions, yeah, you're killing me, ne? I see you.
Ah,
I
what
see.
sugar?
So, with the platform that I'm setting, and I think with the way that I am making, like I said, when I was the first ever TT female MC, they've never. I had a lot of doubts and backlashes. Are you sure? Like they would ask me,
Mm,
but I saw that what that did, then it created a platform for them to have faith that we can actually recruit females to become our MCs.
well
So
done.
meaning it,
Well
I
done.
did a proper job.
Mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Moving
Well
forward
done.
about on just on another level, um, I would like to change. Let's go higher. Let's go Hollywood bits. Let's go PSL. Now
Mm,
let's add also that runway for ladies to just be there, not only pretty faces, not only behind the mics, but let's now occupy,
overall.
yes, let's occupy space on a higher level. You don't have to find me go varsity, you must find me go your Hollywood, it's your PSL
Oh,
level.
but home. Ay, but little shilling space. Hey, apel. Yo, la di busa yo.
You guys about our side, of course. There's room for everyone. There's definitely room for everyone. And one thing I would also would like to maybe improve on is, guys, as much as I might be an onion, I would like to improve on my courage to
Ooh,
never, my courage to say I rather fail knowing that I've tried. Because I also wake up some days and be like, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I'm meant to just end it here and stay here and be comfortable. So I'd like to improve more on my courage. And I would like to also say to every woman, we're not in competition, ladies. We are just embracing each other's uniqueness, characters, and listen, there's room for everyone with uniqueness. We are definitely not in competition.
I love it, D. such an advocate. Another question that's just come in, which says, I just like to know which of the powerful women you worked with or interviewed that you loved working with. And if there's not any, I want to know which one would you like to work with, just to add on the question that Christopher has sent in.
Yeah. So far I've worked with Kabozita, like I said, I'm the football manager. I've worked with Poshia Mudise.
Mm,
Uh,
mm,
so right,
mm,
worked with the likes of, when you go to USA, the CEO of USA, the University Sports South
mm,
Africa. I've worked with
mm,
the amazing Mr. Miss Nomsa,
mm.
the HOD,
She's the
and
FISU executive member.
yes, and the former
Yes.
president.
Former
Yes.
president. Yes, yes.
Yes. Um, Currently, I don't want to spoil the beans, but let's just
What?
say currently, just looking forward to continue the conversation with the great Jessie Amadou. Continue the
Hebo!
haven't worked yet, but the conversation is, let me just say, and going forward, sure, guys, sure. I would like to work with Carol. I've had a conversation with her, bits and pieces. I would like to, she's a legend in the making, especially in broadcasting, emceeing. I think she's also made a runway for us to walk on as women in sports. So sharing a stage or a platform with her will definitely be ideal. And the young women as well, Abulindi, Abuzinande, they're doing amazing. I would
Yes,
also love.
absolutely. Beautiful. Any last words, any parting words to for I know you've said it over and over again, but I just before we leave you and let you go, I think it would be unfair that we close this platform, well, this part of the chat without you saying your final words to young and aspiring female MCs that are coming up, just for the last time before we let you go, B.
Um, sure. Can I just leave with a scripture?
Go for it.
Two
Anything
scriptures.
for you. Go for
Two
it.
scriptures I live by is
Mm-hmm.
all things work together for those that are called according to his name. And the last scripture is Jeremiah. It says, no, I'm lying. So I think it's oh my goodness, let's not go there. I'll check it out. It says, they that wait upon the Lord, he shall renew their strength. They shall mount up like eagles. They shall run and never go weary. They shall walk and never get tired. So never
That
get
is
tired.
that's amazing. And right now, I'm gonna hold you up to this. So I'm gonna ask you to please post these words that you just spoke about on your Instagram, so that we can come back and find them. Maybe I want to get a tattoo, a stuka of whatever you just said now, because it's absolutely beautiful. Kamohelo Sibanda just also came in and said, always doing an amazing job, Boitumelo. Thank you so much, Kamohelo, for tuning in. It was an absolute amazing, chat with Boitumelo, who was just telling us about how it's been as a female in a male dominated industry, and she makes it sound so easy, and she's giving us lots and lots of tips, which we appreciate. Boitumelo, thank you so much for coming onto the platform, and to everyone who stayed tuned with us today, thank you so much. Please don't forget to follow her on her social media. It is B Valtina, at B Valtina on Instagram, and she promised us a little gift before the end of today. That is the scriptures. Thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. So please put those scriptures there so we can see them. And you can follow us as well. It is Sandman Sports across all the socials. We'll repost whatever B Valtina, Boitumelo Valtina post. But thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. We will see you again next week. And don't forget to invite your your mother, your brother, your sister, your side steaky, everyone to come in and join us. We do have another show tomorrow, but Ogwamanje City, bye bye. Thank you so much, B. You were absolutely amazing. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much for being here.
much.